what happened there, but it's like my stream just like gave up the ghost. It's like, not today, ma'am. All right. It's looking like everything is going right now. Everything is very slow. Yay. That is just, okay, that is just everywhere. Okay, it's looking better now. Okay, I definitely need to move that bobbin count. We're going to actually, I think, put it down at the bottom. But I'm going to do that later when I'm not on stream. Okay, so I've got to go in and actually read the instructions for how to do these, the Heidi and the Sheena. I do have someone coming to buy things, hopefully here soon. And by things, I mean shoes. Okay, let me just see. Oh my goodness, give me my chat back. It's like, you have shrunk me down too far. You can't see your chat. I don't want to see the editor and the rest of it. I want to see the chat. There we go. Okay. Weird. I don't like that. Am I actually in the chat? It's not saying that the chat is available, so that's weird. All right, well, if you need to chat, please feel free to chat. I will monitor it actually on the website. Okay, so we need a half yard of quilting weight exterior fabric. We have more than that, we're fine. A half yard of quilting weight lining fabric. We have more than that, we're fine. A third of a yard fusible fleece interfacing. We will not be using fleece interfacing. I don't want a squishy bag. 2 yards of fusible woven interfacing. We will use that because we'll actually interface both the interior and exterior. That's what's going to happen. And sorry that the horizontal, like, large view of the desk is boring right now because basically it's just my face. I probably should put myself in an intermission, but you know what? Whatever. Okay, all diagrams within these instructions are pertaining to the large clutch size. Small wristlet measurements are noted in parentheses. Easy enough. Okay, and then we need zipper pulls. Zipper pulls? Measure and cut. Oh, I see. Okay, it's a little vinyl to like put around the zipper. I guess we could actually do that with like, with the leather. I never thought of that. I need a lace cutter maybe later. Don't want to worry about that right now. And then the wristlet strap. Okay, so I do need to probably cut a wristlet strap. So I need that pen again. Of course it will have run away on me. There it is. Okay. So for the large, actually for the small, it's asking for the wristlet strap. So I'm just going to make notes of like what I need for the different ones actually on it. Wristlet strap. And then what I think we're going to do is we're going to actually do a placement of the strap with rivets instead of me sewing through it, because sewing does not make my sewing machine happy with the leather. And what we're going to do is basically I will just, oh, that's actually the lining and the woven interfacing. So I only need to actually make it a 1/2 inch. 1/2 by 16 inch. Okay. And then it's saying to trim 3/4 from the side and bottom edges of the fleece interfacing panels, but we're not using the fleece, so we don't need to worry about that. I am not doing the accent panels. So what I'm most worried about is that with the directionality, or I want to make sure that like when I'm using Obi like this, that this is going to be the flap of the Heidi. That's what I'm worried about, because this is going to actually fold over like this when it's done. So what I want to make sure is that this section here from like the snap, okay, so the snaps are going to go like that. So I want this section to be Obi and present Obi, and then I want this section underneath to also be the pretty side of the Obi. And then I'm thinking the back side of it, so the back and the lining bit of this is going to end up being, well, it could be pretty too, but it will likely, I'll probably go with the more plain side of it, because this is going to be what's against your body most of the time. So that's what I'm worried about. So I might have to end up trimming this and then actually like adding seam allowance, blah, 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 blah. But I don't think so. I think they're clever enough that I don't need to worry about that. Because this is the back panel, and then this is back panel B, and this is back panel A. And then that's just the front panel. Okay, so what do? We pin the back panel A to back panel B. Right sides together and matching the bottom straight edge to the top straight edge. Sew along the matched edge at the seam allowance for only a little bit. Oh, right, and then because this has a very clever way of actually putting the zipper into it that is like absolutely spectacular. Okay, just making sure that there's no chattering that I'm missing here. Okay, good. Oh, my stomach's like, hey, what are we having for dinner? I actually, when I go up to sell those shoes, I will start my race. Okay, and then we put the pocket panel. Perfect, that's fine. And then we flip the pocket panel. Excellent. And then we carefully remove the machine basting over the zipper. That's the cool thing. And then we put the magnetic snaps in on the front panel. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm not going to worry about actually, yep. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So instead of worrying about the fact that I want the flappy flap to be nice, or the pretty side, and like the whole I can save some fabric actually this way, which will be really nice. Okay, so what it'll end up doing is I will do the full front panel in the plain, still very nice Obi fabric. I just saw myself in the like give up pose. It's not giving up, it's like just intense thinking. So this will be like the beige. So we're gonna cut this, and this is gonna be the front panel. So this will be the base, and that'll be the base color is going to be this, because there's no point in hiding the Obi underneath that. And then the back panel, this piece here will be the rainbow, and then this piece, which is the other back panel, will be more plain fabric, I think. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, so this is pretty fabric. I don't know what else to call it. It's not like it's right side, wrong side, blah, 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 blah. It's just, I think that makes the most sense, to be honest. I like how I've like completely lost. Oh, there's only me watching. Okay, sweet. Okay, so this is pretty fabric, or the, yeah. And then this will be the plain fabric. I say that in the like most facetious of terms, because there's no way this is plain. And this is plain fabric too. Now, in the case of like, if I did this with cotton and cotton linen blend, these would be canvas. So let's actually put that note there so that when I do eventually make some of these from that, I have it. Pretty fabric, or Japanese exterior fabric. Exterior fabric. Okay. Done. All right, so we figured that out. And then this will be, so that's the large clutch. That is back panel B, so that is the plain fabric, or canvas in some cases. And then this is, and then back panel A is the pretty fabric. This is what you're gonna see, and it's what you want to see. Don't hide the rest of it, right? So it's Japanese exterior fabric. I think after all this like mathing and working this out, we will probably go in and actually do some sewing tonight, just so I'm like am still progressing with what I need to finish, because this is the issue with like switching like this, is that you end up having to do a lot of like reconfiguring of the work. So Okay. And then the woven, we're not doing the fleece. This is actually asking for woven. I have unwoven or like non-woven interfacing. So we're just going to do the light interfacing and the light interfacing. And then we're going to do, this is just a lining. I don't have to worry. Actually, we'll probably still do the light interfacing even on this because it's going to end up being kimono, and kimono likes to do just shimmy shake and just, yeah. How did you even feel that? Alrighty. It's like, I am going to scroll down. Okay, and then this is just interfacing, light interfacing. Okay, and then this, when it's not canvas, will just be light interfacing as well. Okay. Apparently I hit the play button, play button, play button. Light interfacing. Light interfacing. No fleece. Only light. 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 Enter. Light. Enter. And that'll be enough. Okay. Now we're going to go and do stuffy stuff. Interesting. Things and stuff need to happen now. What things and stuff need to happen? I actually need to double check and just make sure I'm not missing out on this person that's supposed to be coming today. Messenger. Messenger. Thank you. Oh, sweet, she did message me. Okay, so she should be here in the next little bit here. Okay. So they were 25 minutes out, about 20 minutes ago. Perfect. Okay, what are we doing? We are working on getting these ready to cut. Okay. All right, now I'm just going to read through what I actually need for the Sheena. And then, yeah, I know. Hi, how are you? Flynn is like back in the cupboard like, hello, I am a pretty kitty. Please tell me you love me. Just so you know, there's always like quality control inspectors on duty. All right, so the Sheena will need an exterior. Okay, so this one is actually supposed to be folded in half, or not folded, and then like sewn together. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is we're just going to actually fold it. I will keep it so that like if I ever want to use the fold line, I can, but I don't want to most of the time. Most of the time I just want it like this. And then I just flip it and I cut it. Doop, 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 doop. I don't know why it was a squeaky gate, but all right. The slip pockets are for the interior, as you can tell right here. Now it does ask for interfacing in those. I don't remember ever putting interfacing in them, but I guess we can try. These are 2 exteriors, 2 contrasting, and 4 interfacing. That makes sense. These are 2 contrasting, 2 lining, and 2 interfacing. These are just going to be plain whatever I'm using. So it's going to be plain Obi in this case, or canvas in the case of like if I'm doing cotton linen blends and stuff like that. The 4 interfacings are going to be light interfacing. because that is a lot of interfacing. The 4 interfacings here are going to be light interfacing. I should double check what she suggests in the pattern. I could do light interfacing on the slip pocket, but oh yeah, we will, because it's going to be, it's going to be kimono. Sorry, that's where I was going with that one before my brain dropped out of my head, apparently. 2 interfacing for the main panel, yes. And then this has to be mirrored. 2 exteriors. If it's on the fold, then we're fine, right? Yeah, I think so. Then it's like flip pattern piece over, then actually what I'm just going to do with this then is we're just going to fold the obi in half, and the interior will be the plain, like the lining on this is just going to be the plain obi probably, if I've got enough, because that makes sense to me actually. I think that makes sense. Then this will be the plain obi or canvas, and along with the lining, which might, okay, and then this does need to be stitched together, which will be easier, I think. Okay. Alrighty, and then I'll just go in and see what they actually suggest for interfacing, and then we'll see where we're at. It's 3:45. Oh man, this is why I haven't like done such a deep dive on the actual like stuff for a while, because it's just like, it is a lot to process. All right, no, not the Heidi. I keep clicking on the Heidi. The Heidi is already up. I want Sheena, please, please. Alrighty, what do we need? Okay, so a half yard, 44-inch wide, quilting cotton or home decor weight exterior fabric. We got it. 2/3 if directional fabric and using the grain guides. 2/3 of a contrasting fabric. 1 yard of a lining fabric. 4 yards fusible woven interfacing. So yeah, they suggest SF 101. I basically have the dupe. It is not woven, but whatever. And basically the difference there is that I just don't end up having the stretch of it very much, which is fine. Okay, don't get distracted. Will need to pee when I go upstairs. Oh my goodness. Okay, pocket zippers. Cool. Nylon coil main zipper. Oh, and that is going to be something that's different this time, as I've actually got the correct zippers. Okay, sweet. Because last time I made these with number 3 zippers, I'm supposed to have number 5 zippers, and that does make a big difference because basically it is a wider, chunkier zipper. Okay, so I'm going to write down, actually I should have written down the length of zipper that I needed for the Heidi too. So this needs a zipper. And then I'll totally have to read these when I'm actually sewing, because I haven't sewn these for a while. Okay, and then we need a strap. So for the obi, I think we'll do, so this is supposed to have like a fancy adjustable strap, but I think for this one we're just going to do it as a shoulder bag. So I'm just going to cut one. I'm going to just put strap for now, and we're going to figure that out. Strap. Well, I could put it, so what I'll do is I'll make it non-adjustable, and then we could always put an adjustable one on it. There we go. That's what we'll do. I need zipper tabs, zip tabs. Two exterior, two interior, two interfacing. So that's just all going, that's probably going to all be, it's just going to be 4 plain basically. All right, assemble the panels. Panels assembled. Zipper pockets, we're not doing the zipper pockets. I can ignore that. Bum ba-dum bum bum. Stuff is shimmy shaking in the back, and it was distracting. All right. And then, okay, so that's just assembling. When do I put the interfacing on? Prepping. Okay, nope, there is no info for that yet. Okay, it really doesn't matter at this point. I've got everything. I've got the whole cut list right now. So really I should just go in and we should start cutting. I don't know why, but I'm like slightly anxious about this. Oh, okay. There is the person for the shoes. So I will be right back once I start rice. All right, I have returned. Whew. Gotta admit, I really like those little like puffy cats. Poof, I'm here. Poof, I'm gone. All right, shoes are sold, which is awesome. They fit perfectly. Okay, and like apparently my YouTube is like behind. There we go. Okay, sweet. So we are at the point where I can decide and cut Obi. The last debate is should I just go in and interface everything with like the light interfacing or not? But actually what we're going to do is I am going to go in and do a little bit more of a shuffle and make sure that I have everything that I want. Right? Yeah, I think that's a smart idea. All right, so we've got the Sheena, we've got the Heidi, we've got the Heidi small and large, and then we also have the wallets wherever those pieces went. Okay. Everything is a disaster, so now I just got to shuffle everything around again so that we've got space to do this. Oh, it's nice and warm under that laptop. My fingers are cold. Ooh, I had the window open apparently a little bit too long. It just crested that hill of it was fine, 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 it was fine. Now it's too much. Which, hey, that's usually how it goes. Okay, so we're going to definitely do the mermaid scales and actually this one with this would look really good as the high. No, it will not because it won't be large enough. Okay, so this is too large a motif probably. Unless I did it in such a way that it was on the back panel, which I could do actually. So this is the fold panel, and then that's the back panel. So if I wanted it to do that, then I could actually cut it here and like here. So I guess that would be a good option. Do I want to do it that way? That remains the question. Is like, I could do it that way. Do I want to do it that way? And right now I don't want to take the time to dither. So we'll keep it on here because I probably will, but I think that one might still work better for a wedge bag. This one, there's enough fabric that it doesn't effing matter what we make out of it. Basically the whole front of it, the whole pretty side of it is I'm going to assume they were totally going for it to be this way, but I'm going to flip it and we're going to pretend that they're mermaid scales because they look like mermaid scales. The colorway even looks like mermaid scales, so we're going to flip it and it's going to go this way. So that one's going to get made as well. It's just going to be a lot of nice, light, cheery fabrics this time, I think, which is awesome, actually. And then there's this gorgeous one with the embroidery we can make the wallets out of. And actually, I think this one will work for the small flap as well because that should be small enough embroidery to be able to do that. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to move the chair back. I'm leaving the closet open because of all the Obi on top. Okay, so the body piece will work. I know that for sure because the big body piece works on the Obi. Ooh, ow, that hurt. Damn it. All right, and then does the mini. Oh, that's like so perfect. It's like right over top of it. That is amazing. Like, couldn't be better sort of amazing. Okay, so here is and then this, and I'll just make sure that the interfacing actually covers the majority of it as well, because that's what's going to actually end up determining how much of the pattern we see. We're good. We're good. Okay, sweet. Okay, so we're going to make one small one, and then we'll make one large one out of this, because that is going to look amazing as well. Because basically this will go over top of that perfectly. Excellent. Okay, good, good, good. So the wallet, and then do we make this is back panel A for the Heidi. So if I were to do this we would get the majority of that pattern on the flap. So I think that's what we do right there. And then the rest of it is this nice shimmery silver. Okay, so this is going to be Heidi, a mini NCW necessary clutch wallet, and a regular size necessary clutch wallet. Okay, I'm going to grab, I saw a paper down here. I don't even know what this is for. Oh, it's for that little vinyl pouch that I was going to start making as well. By the way, I am totally like floral silver is what I'm going to call this. Yeah, that makes sense, I think. Mini, ooh, sorry if that came through. Mini, regular, and a large Heidi. Floral as back panel A. Back panel A. There we go. Okay. And then the mermaid, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're just going to do all of them because that's just the easiest thing to do. I think this is going to end up being, oh shoot. I guess part of what's going to actually determine what we're making is what colors of kimono and obi I have. That's the better pair down method actually. Although I've got some good neutrals right now, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay. So we've got this really nice speckle blue. And then so this will all come apart in panels. And then we'll also use the lining as well. This mostly becomes like, well, it can become either like card pockets or zipper pockets, but there's a lot of fabric there. That's why I have it. And then we've got this nice gentle gray, and it's got this really pretty, just very light amount of detail down at the bottom. These are actually kimono that I bought on my exchange, so they are very special to me. But at the same time, I never wear them, so I was just like, it is time for them to go be in something that is like a passion project now. So here we are. Anyway, it's a nice kimono. I do like the gray color of it, and I forgot the little delicate flowers at the bottom. So we might keep those out, and I'll do something with them because I just remembered there's actually a bag that I would like to do with some kimono fabric. And then we've got this nice haori, which is like kind of a light peachy with like plum blossoms on it. It's enough of an all-over print that I do not feel guilty about cutting it up. We will not be using the lining in this one, it looks like. It is cool though because it's actually embossed with a peacock design, but this is too dirty. Yeah, as much as I'm okay with using secondhand fabrics, it is too dirty to actually use for a lining. So that'll be, oh, it looks like this was actually modified to make it a little bit larger later on. Interesting. It's got like it's got a panel. It's got two panels. I haven't seen that before. Actually, let's grab out the other haori and take a look at it. Maybe that is, I don't know, maybe that's normal. I don't think it is though. All right, this one I didn't cut up yet because it's super gorgeous by itself. Oh yeah, it is. It's totally a haori thing. Makes sense because, so basically this would be the gusset, and it adds extra space so that it goes over top of the actual bow, like the drum bow that I was talking about earlier. All right. This has some nice haori ties. So these would be tied over top of everything. Man, I kind of want to keep this one. But I think it will be better made into something. So I'm going to keep the sleeves. Okay, so it's got some really nice embroidery on it. That's why I'm like, What am I going to keep the sleeves for? Because like the bag that I'm thinking of for this wouldn't work with the direction of this print. Basically, the stuff I want to make needs to be non-directional. Okay. Panel. Okay, so what is on the back here? Yeah, it's like not enough of a pattern to be all over. Okay, so this is going to be an issue because if I don't have enough lining fabric, we're kind of in a bind. All right. This, not a big deal. We'll line it with the light pink. That's fine. So for like card pockets and zipper pockets, we can use the light pink, and we can use the light pink for the mermaids as well. And that'll actually, yes, because the other issue that I'm going to have is that we're going to need lining then for the Heidi too. Okay. The Kato are also going to need lining and pockets. Okay, so I am in a bit of a bind. All right. What are we going to do with that then? Damn it. Okay, super bright pink. That very gentle gold, which we can use for the project that I was thinking about. This one totally has like a plastic tag on it. Interesting. Okay. This one, the rainbow, can get lined with that gray. That'll look really cool because that'll be like the storm cloud feature. And it can be lined with this kimono. Even the blue would look really good, but I think the gray is a better option just because I like that little nod. This blue would look really good with this, but do I want to work with that, or do I want to try and work with this really gorgeous teal one, which would also work really well with this for like card pockets and stuff? I think we should do this one. I think this one's going to be more popular. All right, so I definitely, no, that just hands down right there tells me it is time for Japan. But Katie, you're just in Japan. Well, yeah, but of course I want to go back. Okay, now I don't need a full kimono for each of those, so like I'm not completely in trouble. I'm not actually in trouble, but you know what I mean, I think. I don't even know what I mean, so maybe you may not either. But I will have options for more fabric. Okay, we gotta do the mirror one. So if you weren't here earlier, I went through and I did all of this. Just basically go back and watch the other stream. For some reason my stream cut off like towards the 3.5 hour mark, but we went through and we did the whole closet, and I pulled everything out and we looked at everything in deciding for this, but this is one of them. And so I'm really excited to use this one. This one is going to definitely become a Heidi's. And then I think I should make a large, actually it needs to become Heidi's. It also needs to be earmarked and become Kato. And then it also needs to become wallets. All right, so how much fabric is actually here? There is a literal crap ton of fabric here. Okay, so I don't need to really worry about that. This will be the piece that we use for that. And then actually from there, because then this can become the piece for the flap. Yes, that leaves some excess, but here's the thing. If I cut it right there, we're good. And that's the thing, is I definitely want some of this like fabric wave on there. Okay, so and then that is actually the front and back of that, so we're good. Front and back here as well. And then this is a crap ton of like lining. Sweet. Okay, so we can line it with its backing for the Kato, and also do the drawstring out of this blue backing as well. So that's going to be good. The other issue we're running into is that like I don't have enough canvas probably. This could be paired probably with the charcoal though, and it would look really good. Then 1 second, let me see. Eek, come on my mic. Don't unplug from my shirt. Ah. Oh, okay. I am making my lining orders next week. Don't worry. Lining and canvas. But actually, yeah, the canvas, gray canvas with this is going to look fine. Or I've still got a little bit of navy. And since there's navy in here, let's use navy for this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. That doesn't take care of like everything else, but yeah, we can line it with this, and then we can do pockets from something. Doesn't need pockets? Probably does need pockets. Okay, and then it can be lined with, or I was thinking the Heidi. I think with this one, we'll just do all exterior as this, and then this is the interior, just because like it's got to be flashy. Like, look at this. It's insane. Okay. Okay, so large. Okay, I am writing this down because I always get myself in trouble by not remembering what I'm actually doing later on. If I know where my pen is. Where's the pen? Where's the pen? Actually, yeah, okay, and then pockets for this can come from the blue. Yes, the blue with the speckles, and actually the pockets. Yeah, okay, yeah, the pockets for this can come from the blue speckle. Okay, where's my pen? Okay, so that mirror bowl, I don't know what to call that. Floral mirror Obi? Yeah. Floral mirror Obi. Definitely the regular NCW. Actually, I wonder if I laid that out correctly, if I could get both the large and the small. Okay, so mini front flap right there, and then I wonder if I could get both of these out of it. This is not the right size, but it's damn close. There, and then what if I put this? Ooh, looky. What works? Oh, okay, but that isn't, the only problem is that is not the actual flap cut. That is the stabilizer cut, and I do need more. Just a tick more, though. Man, that's annoying. Okay. Okay, so how much extra room is over here? Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Where is the actual flap cut? Did it fall down over here, maybe? Oh, it is down there. Damn it. Okay, 1 second. Can I reach? Let's find out. Yes, I can. Okay. Phew. This is why I need to exercise, so I can fit into all these little crannies. Damn it. It's like over by like 3/4 of an inch, like right here. How could I make that work? I don't want to like one of the things I could do is I probably could turn it. Nope, I can't. It's not wide enough for that. Could I wonder how much. I'm like, I wonder how much seam allowance is up here. Let's see, because here's the thing is that the top of that flap gets sewn into the thing, so it doesn't need to actually be. Or what if I did, okay, there, and there, like this. Let's see if that works. And then, nope. No, it's so close, but so far. What if I do it here? I could honestly cut the flap from somewhere else, but this seems like a really big patch to waste. Although at the same time, then I could do a nice cut there for the mini. Or maybe I just ignore the mini and we just do... Yeah, actually for now, we'll just ignore the mini. Okay, sweet. I don't even know if the mini is something that I want, again, to put into production because these things are not insanely fiddly, but fiddly enough. Okay, so we're going to do the regular NCW from extra tail, because it's basically like the tail of the Obi. That's what I always, like it's the end, but it's not the end that's going to go around your belly. No, it's the end that's going to hang out of the drum bow. So that's just why I'm calling it the extra or the tail. And then we're going to definitely do the Heidi, the large and small Heidi in all exterior fabric. Except that's going to like end up with a lot folded underneath. Okay, no, so just... large and small in funny thing is like if you cut it correctly, I wouldn't even have to sew the side seams again. It would just literally be sewing the interior or the one seam and then turning it. At least with this larger one. Large and small Heidi in panel A and panel B and front as dark blue. And then we're going to do a kato with interior, lining, and drawstring as dark blue plus navy canvas. And I literally just saw the navy canvas, so I'm going to pull it right now because I know exactly where it is. And then I'm not flailing around when we actually go to cut this later. But yeah, that's going to look really good with, yeah. Okay, cool. I knew that I had that still around for now for a reason. Okay, so we've got a couple done already. And what else do we have here? We've got that nice blue with the like hexagons or geometric shapes, I guess is probably the best description. And then we've got that really gorgeous gold one that I could use a lot of the excess fabric for. Also have the poppies, and then I have this little like squares one. Okay. And then there's the vases, which I think the vases would actually do really well as a hidey. And then we would use that all as an exterior here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so what I would do then, because this is like such a big print, this would just be a large hidey. The plotting and the mixing and the thinking. Yeah, because then I would end up being able to have both of these on the... Okay, so that's panel A. This is panel B. This has to be a... Oh, look at that. Okay, so a full vase fits on there. So that would actually get the majority of the two that I really like. And then we could actually... So we could do 2 cuts of that because this needs to be one exterior. And then there's a pocket panel, and then what's the interiors? Where's the lining? Oh, this is the lining. Okay, now so if I line these up, more or less, does that equal? Okay. Okay. So what we're going to do, everyone, because obviously we're all involved in this, what we, the royal we, and you as my loyal viewers are going to do. The lining is slightly shorter because, of course, we're going to go in and we're going to actually sew these 2 pieces together, and there's going to be a zipper in here. Actually, I need to write down what zip size I need for this, which we can do later. That's fine. So what we'll do is we'll go in and we'll cut these pieces. So I'm going to have to cut them so like to length like this, and then do the cuts. It's so for the directionality to make sure like this one is upright or whatever one shows up sort of thing. That's fine. That can be done. So basically we're just going to cut a big rectangle, and then I will do all the finessing, because then I can cut the lining pieces out of the back of this, and then the only pieces that we need to scrounge up basically are pockets. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is going to be a large, because I think the small, it might be, is the small too small? The small is disruptive. So we're just going to, okay, so blue vases equals large Heidi. Okay, sweet. All right, there we go. Because then I don't have to worry about lining, and we'll just make up the pocket pieces from some of the blue that I've got here, like this stuff, and then it doesn't actually even need to be, well, it doesn't need to be interfaced anyway, but there we go. Blue and blue. Sweet. Okay, I think the only other one I really want to tackle today, just because it's like time and energy to do all of these. I do want to do that hexagonal shape eventually, but I think we should do the, oh, this one with the sakura. Ooh. Yeah, because these other ones are, well, the poppies would look really good with the Heidi as well, actually. But I think I've cut enough. I really want to do this one too, but it's going to take a little bit more thought on how I actually want to do that one. But let's do the plotting for this one, which is this kind of really cool bronze color, I would say. Bronze. Let's go with bronze. And then and then it's like got like shining bronze overcoat, basically. And then in the other side of it is this like full-on bronze. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that. Okay, so this is going to become, honestly, I think this is going to be better as a wedge bag. It's not a huge, it's not a huge thing. So we're going to do a mini NCW, and this can be lined with that nice gray kimono. Yeah, the gray kimono. We'll do a mini and a regular. I am hungry. It's a good thing. Things are cooking. Okay. Yeah, we'll make sure that gets centered. Okay, so the regular NCW and the mini NCW can both. And this one, I think what I'll do is we'll do that. No, I'll have to scoot it down just to make sure that all that embroidery does actually get used. Okay, so the bronze Sakura equals mini and regular NCW. All right, folks. I think I've got enough to go. I think we have a very good amount, and it's fine. What are we going to do? We're going to go in and cut, I guess. Oh, I've only got half an hour. I have a half hour. Okay, let's. What one is going to need the least amount of thinking is what I'm actually thinking about. And do you know what? Honestly, I think it's going to be the mirror ball one. So, this is not really one that I need the cutting mat for because it's a lot of scissor cutting. What I do need is I need my pen and I need the list. And then we're going to start with this one. So we decided that was just going to be the regular, right? Ooh. Okay, so the regular NCW from the extra tail, so that's this here. So what we're going to do is I'm just, considering what we had to, like the shimmying we had to do, I'm just going to cut it right at this line because make my life easier sometimes. This also gives me an opening to actually like open this up as well. Sweet. Okay. And then what this does is, because I'll do the cutting here, is it does actually give me the full interior, exterior, actually just super easy. Right. The question I was going to have was if I should actually interface everything before. I probably should. Oh, I do not want to interface right now, though. Okay, we do need to open up this end because I need to actually unfold some of this fabric so that it's not getting caught in the cut, basically. Ooh, there's a lot of extra fabric under there. Oh, there's a lot of extra fabric under there. Oh, but it's not, okay, it didn't follow the pattern. It's just in there. Okay, so we need to open it up, and then I need to actually open up the sides here. Because as much as it's like, I could just sew it this way, it's not going to work. Because I have to actually sew it together. Okay, trim up this last few things here so that we don't damage the Obi. I remember stepping out with this one in May, because this one's from the May trip. and it like blinding both Caroline and I because it was so bright. Because you couldn't tell under the tent, because they had a tent set up over it, obviously, because it was bright and sunny and blah, 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 protecting their wares. And you never know if it's going to rain or not at these markets, so that's just what it was. Anyway, threads that need to be pulled. Yeah, I pulled it out, and I was like, oh, this is really pretty, and then I bought it, and then I got it out in the sun, and I was like, oh, it's really bright. Holy. All right, now we're actually going into the prepping for the cutting. All right, and then, so this is the exterior, this is the interior. That is actually fairly distinguishable. Sometimes it is hard to tell. This will work for the, what do I need it for? I need it for something. Zipper tabs, all that crap. All that stuff that, like, the excess that I forgot about. So let's trim this down right along that line there. And I don't know why I keep flopping it out, because honestly, I do actually need it this direction so that I can tell where I want to place the flap and where everything needs to be placed. So let's do this. Ding. Good enough. There's quite a bit of excess fabric around, so I'm not too worried about having it perfectly lined up, although probably a little bit better than this would be good. Okay, there we go. And then, so this is going to be the main body. It's going to fold right along this line here. You'll get some of the swirls, but since it's the body of the wallet, not a big deal if you don't get them all, I don't think. I need the actual piece. I did pull it up. Oh my goodness. Okay. So there's the regular, here's the mini, mini. And then here is the exterior. Okay, so I want it to be on this side because this side has more swirl action. A lot of swirl action. Actually, if I shimmy this up, then I get more swirl there. And then I can like capitalize on this swirl here. Yes, I like it. Okay, and then do I have a big chunk? Oh yeah, and then I've got a bigger chunk, although that's going to be folded up and in to the wallet. Oh, that kind of sucks. Oh well, nothing I can do about that. Will this actually end up? Oh yeah, there'll be some swirls on the main body. So this basically is the actual portion of the wallet. So here, I'll show you. So this becomes the portion of the wallet that you actually see. Obviously a little bit straighter, but whatever, I'll give you an idea of what you're going to see. So this is placed here. This is the section that you're going to see. So basically, those flaps, like they're still visible, but they're going to be on the sides, which get riveted together, blah, 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 blah. So the section you're actually going to see is going to be those two lines. That's still enough. I think that's still worthwhile. Considering that most of what you're going to see is the flap, that's where I definitely want to focus. Okay. Alrighty. Get all the things out of the way. I do have to head out at 5, so we're going to cut these out individually, even though that sucks. Oh my goodness, I have too much going on right now. Okay. Large and small, Heidi. Stay. Small, Heidi. Stay. Small, Heidi. Stay. Small, stay. Large, large, large. Okay. Necessary clutch wallet is here. Mini clutch wallet is there. Now we're good. Now I do technically need my flippin' whatever. Okay. I'm gonna nestle these up close together because I do want to take advantage of those swirls as much as possible. I am going to do this so that the pieces are weighted down. I do actually technically need my cutting surface underneath me right now, so let's back everything up. And actually, the best way to do this one for the flap is just to trim it down. I've just remembered that. So I trim it down, I interface it, and then with a stabilizer, and then I trim it up. Yeah, so I basically just cut a big rectangle, and then I deal with the finessing of it later, which is way easier to do when it's interfaced and blah, 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 blah. And then I only have to cut one set of curves, basically, instead of cutting multiple sets of curves. There we go. And then there's some spare, and there's some spare for like zipper tabs and stuff like that later. Now this is why I do want to go in and interface this as quickly as possible, is now I've cut all those woven threads. And so we want to be really gentle and do the interfacing fairly rapidly here. And obviously once we've cut all the things that need to be interfaced. So I think what we'll go in and do, and then actually it's the same. Is it the same here? Yeah, I think it's just as easy. It's better and easier to actually interface this as well. And then cut it out. Okay. I don't know why I'm trimming it down, then I should just be interfacing everything that I'm using. Haha, joke's on me. Okay. All right, but at least these two are trimmed down. Okay. Okay, got that. We need the interior. Interior, please. Okay, I'm gonna fold this up so that everything stays together here. And then I am going to actually take the blue that we're going to use here. Yeah, the blue, we're gonna use the blue for the zipper tabs. Good. And then I'm gonna shuffle it back here. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, and then those will be more zipper tabs for other things. Okay, and then we're going to do the large and small Heidi with the back and front dark blue, and then we're going to do a Kato with interior lining and drawstring as dark blue on with a navy canvas. Okay. Okay, so I've got the navy canvas there. We'll deal with that later. We've got all this fabric here, so we're going to just lay it out. I might actually go eat dinner so that I don't have to eat dinner with screaming children. They're fine. But the thing is that they come home from school and then it's like that post-school collapse. It's just the best description for it. And yeah, eating sometimes can be, like I've got food cooking right now, but if they'll eat it is something else. And then on top of it, I would probably benefit from a quieter meal. So maybe I'll go up in like 5 minutes, especially since this is going to be a lot of fiddly work still. Okay, good. We are half and half. So panel A is the panel that we're going to see, and then we're also going to see the back panel. So do I cut both panels out of, so I want the swirls, and then I could actually use this section that's a little bit more demure for the back panel for this one, and then we'll just line it with the back piece. So, and if I cut these here, then that's more than enough for the lining. So let's just zip it right there. Then I've got the lining, and the only thing left is the pocket panel. I like this idea. I think this idea is sound. There's enough for the seam allowance there, and then zip, zip, push that up just a tick, and then we're gonna go there, and then I'll trim it down later. Okay, so that is the large Heidi. Large Heidi. Actually, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack large Heidis there along with the actual pattern pieces, and then I know what it's for, kind of. And then we're going to do a small Heidi out of this one, and actually this would also make an absolutely spectacular swoon Sheena, like the hobo bag. So let's make sure everything should work out. So this will be the back panel B, and then the back panel A will be a lot of those swirls there, right? No? Okay, let's do the Sheena out of this then, because if that's that edge, okay. Oh, but I would need 2 pieces of this anyway. So let's do, okay, 1. Okay, so 1 piece, 2 pieces. Okay, so there's a good, yeah. And that will actually get most of that swoopy swoop in as well. Actually, it's going to get all that swoop in. That's pretty awesome. Okay. So that would be the front and the lining there. Okay. Sweet. And then okay, I can get a Sheena out of that. And then, oh my goodness, it just keeps going. Okay, I think we're good. Yay! Okay, and then the back panel B, but I want the back panel A, so if I lay that here, look at that, that just like works out perfect. And then the Heidi here, and then the lining will be the dark blue, don't worry. But that actually, like, look at how well that turns out. Because then, so this here on the fold, and then just make sure that this still lines up. So if that's the edge, and that's the edge, it's very close. So I'll give it a little scoochy scooch. Oh my goodness, come on. All right. Boom. And then, oh, I know what to do. I'll hold on to the fold here. Yeah, that's okay. And that gives me a little bit of buffer as well. I will put pattern weights on it when I actually go to cut it, because otherwise this is going to be a disaster. And then that puts this small Heidi over another section, and then we can still cut the Kato and have a significant leftover amount to make more. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, I'm going to scoot all this up by like a 1/2 inch. And we're going to cut right about here. So that's going to be the Sheena. Okay. And that's pretty obvious. That's a really large cut for the bags. But I will put the exterior cut up there as well. And then this is going to be the Heidi. It's got a little bit of wiggle room too, which is good. Good. And actually that lines up perfectly right here then. Zoom. All right. That is the small Heidi, which we're going to then put. Okay. So that's the necessary clutch wallet. That's random pieces for the necessary clutch wallet. This is going to be the pile for the small Heidis. Then I want to make a Kato. Oh yeah, we don't actually have that much left. Never mind. But we want a Kato, and I want a, okay, floral. Okay, and then we also ended up with a Sheena. Perfect. And then we're going to do a Kato cut, which actually I should sew those other ones together first and see if it will work or not. And the other part of this actually is that this should be separated, because the lining and the drawstring is going to need to be significantly larger. So now the question becomes, do I actually do the, because we're going to need the gusset for the Sheena. Okay, so the slip pocket, whatever, we can cut that out of the kimono easily enough. Okay. Slip pockets, whatever. I do need pockets for the wristlet, but I need the more important part is I need 2 pieces of gusset. So there's 2 right there, but it is too large to get. Okay, and then I can also do those out of it. And then if I did, however, Okay, so I have enough to do both gussets out of the blue, and then I will have enough to also do the kato with the interior as the dark blue as well, and then the pockets will be the gray. Okay, so these will be, all right, let's cut the red, let's cut this, and then I'm gonna go have food because I'm hungry. Well, and I just realized that I still need to heat up the curry that I have. I am having lentil curry tonight that I made and froze weeks ago, which is perfect. Perfect for tonight, so I don't have to actually, like, I started the rice. Ooh, no, the rice. Although I will admit that some nights that is one of the hardest things, is just that little bit of, like, extra getting stuff in, basically. All right. Oh, I see what I can do. Okay, I need to put, so this is going to be the contrast and the lining. Where are my pattern weights? So what we're going to do is we're actually going to cut out the rectangle, that space that it's going to take up, and then I can sink this section into probably about here and save some fabric as well. Okay, so let's cut right here. And I'm not going to, like, perfect cut, but I'm going to be extremely close. And then, because we still have to, like, open it up, and I'll make sure that, like, everything's good. Okay, come on, rotary cutter. Don't fail me now. Come on. There we go, almost. Okay, let's take the shears in there. Because apparently the bottom layer is like, well, you want to cut me. Ha ha. I'm going to make you, you're going to have your work cut out for you. Ha ha ha. Oh, it was a terrible joke, but oh well. All right, and then what we can do, so there's that first gusset for, yeah, the Shino went up here. We need 2 contrasting and 2 lining. Yeah, and then I can, oh, look at that. Thrifty with the fabric, which is good. Need to be thrifty with the fabric right now. Okay. I think that is probably as close as I will be comfortable to getting, so let's scoot it down a little bit just so I've got, you know, just a little bit more wiggle room, and then that does take up a significant amount less, to the point where I think we can cut the exterior connector tabs from these 2 pieces. Excellent, look at that. We're winning the fussy cutting. Okay, so there's 1 connector piece. So 1, 2, and then it wants contrasting pieces, and then this is like on a fold, so I'll just make sure that that is in the right place. So we're good. It's tight, but it's fine. It has to be tight, and then this can be the other connector, and I can give this a little bit more wiggle room. Okay, so those are connectors. This is the other gusset piece. Look at that. Woo! And then the slip pocket will be kimono, and I'm not touching the kimono yet. And then the kato. My God, this one is gorgeous too, to be honest. It's like, got like rainbow iridescence in it. This is not one that I went back for. It was just one that I picked up and loved. But yeah, I still love it. All right, so I cut most of the Sheena. What else did we need for the Sheena? I need slip pockets, but those are going to be kimono. So it needs Sheena, slip, kimono. Okay, all the notes. We did the regular NCW. Check. I need to do like all the it needs the kimono interior. We've done the large and small, and it needs the kimono pockets. And then the kato will be interior lined with the drawstring and dark blue, and then we're doing the navy canvas, and it also needs a kimono pockets. Okay, so for this one, I do already have that one made up, and so I think we're going to use it for the pockets for the NCW because those take up a lot more fabric than you anticipate. So that's what we'll use this one with this floral here, because honestly, it kind of like mirrors the floral swirls that are actually on here. Not perfectly, they're cloud floral, but whatever, close enough. Close enough. I'm not worried about it. So that'll be that right there. And then I don't actually need to cut anything except for the zip tabs for the interior there. Sweet. Okay, I am super hungry. I will be back on tonight. I'm trying to keep a better sleep schedule, but I do want to also get through what I actually want to do today. I want to get through the rest of the cutting of these guys. So I think that's part of what we're going to do. We're also going to add a Sheena. I was going to say we're going to add a Sheena in that mermaid scale, but I don't think we're going to. We are going to add a Sheena in this teal floral. Okay. So the teal floral, I don't even remember what I said that we were going to do there, but we are going to do a Sheena and then Heidi's, at least a Heidi large. It is a very large. Do you know what? I think we're going to skip the wallet on that one because it's a really large motif. So we're going to skip the wallets, but we're going to do the Sheena and the large Heidi. Floral silver. Which one's? Oh yeah, the floral silver is definitely wallets. That's perfect. And it's going to get some with light pink Obi interiors. Okay, cool. And the floral mirror is mostly done. It's just a little itty bitty catch-ups, and then the mermaid scale will become a bunch of other things. The teal is going to become, yeah. Oh, right, and then the rainbow is going to become everything. Rainbow equals everything. Hopefully. All right. There's the plan. So we're going to try and get the rest of the cutting done tonight. Once kiddos are in bed, they typically go to bed very early on Friday night because, they've just been at school all day. I don't know what else to tell you. I'll be back later. I will be streaming the rest of this process, and it looks like we're going to have a good selection of bags for the kimono market and Omatsuri if I get accepted, because they changed a bunch of their things that they were like really set on, but they actually did change them, so we'll see. I put my application in. The big thing is that I'm not able to do the like night market there, so it's like if I cannot do the night market, then I 100% will be there, like no issue. Anyway, I'm gonna head out and do the things and get the kiddos, and we will be back. Sorry, I keep clicking the pen. And I'll be back to finish up, hopefully, or at least continue the cutting of the Obi, and if we get far enough, we'll start getting the kimono and the interfacing cut as well. I do have to like disassemble the kimono. Whatever, I'm going to work on scraps when the kids are home because that feels like a good place to be with the kids. All right, thanks so much for joining.